You don't need a new format, you need to go back. HTML strip clean, semantic on track. No CSS dependency, no JavaScript wait. Well-formed structure, that's the open gate.
Separate the engine from the data it shows. XYZ equals ID, that's how knowledge flows. Embed the JSON inside the HTML shell. The rendering is your business, the document travels well. The engine and the data, keep them apart. Connectable knowledge, that's the beating heart. Don't lock the view inside the rendering frame. Different world, same scene, that's the whole game.
Frode's calling in from Norway. Vision Pro on his face, running a live node map in the code in the space. Select a person, drag them out, snap back to origin. The map knows where you started, that's not trivial, friend. Hide a node like a node, focus and the rest clears out. Double click on Tom Ames and see what he's about. Tom said his open tabs are just unfinished things. Every browser window is a project with no wings. He put it into Gemini, built an orbital view, designed specifically for Tom, not for the average, not for you. Test, that's the real question underneath all the code. Why don't we use the tools we already own?
The engine and the data, keep them apart. Connectable knowledge, that's the beating heart. Don't lock the view inside the rendering frame. Different world, same scene, that's the whole game.
Ken Perlin showed his class a Wikipedia tree. Click on Jimmy Wales, click on Chicago, keep pulling to see the plain text is double equals for the headers and the sub. That semantic structure's free, no custom format, but web apps are on Quest 3. A low-cost open door, Ken's leaving for his VR class, so show us more. Mark Anderson screen shared an ACM generated page beyond the pages, paper clean HTML, no KG. Manually ported a PDF, the tabs had never done. 920 references, hand-coded every one. He fixed the pop-up footnotes running card for the JS bugs, then showed the page without CSS, still readable, still snug.
The engine and the data, keep them apart. Connectable knowledge, that's the beating heart.
Brandel went way back to word processing and Weber. Showed a gestural magnifying interface from 9 years prior. Continue with zooming, not discrete, click and select. The objects push things around with physical effect. And warn, the tool's a game engine, it controls the full display. You can't run trust-bound and multi-user spatial that way.
Astral said game engines give the spatial flexibility. God knows what she's building in with her engineer's facility. But Frode said separate the data from the runtime stack. And Brandel said web spatial at W3C confirmed that fact. Astral's engineer is coming, she's inviting them along. The data formats in development, bring it, make it strong.
Mark made the case, HTML beats EPUB on every ground. The XVML restrictions, post reader limits, EPUB's not profound. HTML5 is W3C stable and defined. Make format extension, that's the path the group align. Don't overload the tags, don't bend the standard out of shape. Stay close to the ropes and on famous service state.
Astral said game engines give the spatial flexibility. God, that's what she's building in with her engineer's facility. But Frode said separate the data from the runtime stack. And Brandel said web spatial at W3C confirmed that fact. Astral's engineer is coming, she's inviting them along. The data formats in development, bring it, make it strong.
Mark made the case, HTML beats EPUB on every ground. XML restrictions, prose reader limits, EPUB's not profound. HTML5 is W3C stable and defined. Microformat extension, that's the path the group aligned. Don't overload the tags, don't bend the standard out of shape. Stay close to the roots and always leave yourself escape.
Jonathan was chatting ChatGPT on RDF and Dublin Core. Maybe it hallucinated, he said he couldn't know for sure. Peter was local, raised open doc and Alan K at Park. The LaTeX knowledge package anchor points hit their mark. Peter Dimitrios dropped doc link for PDF to Markdown flow. And a mermaid 3D link, three-dimensional diagrams in tow.
September
XML files. Claude found her contact at MIT. Frode meets them in a while.
They agreed on clean HTML. They agreed the engine must be free. They agreed the spatial metadata needs to travel openly. Bruce Horn should build a finder for the Vision Pro, they said. Brandel said it'll take a few years for the spatial web to spread.
So the question that nobody answered still hangs in the air. Can 25 million web developers find their way